the 31st. Okay. Now that's me. I'm Luke Selby. I'm out.
Is that May 31st? Is it in 3 days from now? No, August.
August.
Yeah,
Oh,
August.
sorry, I missed the August bit. Okay.
Tuia ki te rangi, tuia ki te whenua, tuia ki te naka wana tangata katoa. He ha te mea nui ko te aroha a Ukraine, nō reira tēnā koute, tēnā no tātou katoa. E te tātou mā, it's been a privilege to stand with you today to offer an opportunity and a platform with your help to send a clear message to those that reside in the House of Representatives. Behind me in the House of Representatives, within the Parliamentary House, the Beehive building of Wellington, a house that is meant to represent truth, integrity and service to the people of Aotearoa, New Zealand. A council of representatives that are meant to represent the will, the concerns and the solutions that will provide for and facilitate care to the people of Aotearoa, New Zealand. A House of Representatives that is meant to work solely and purposely for us, we, the people of Aotearoa, New Zealand. A Council of Representatives that would, under no circumstance, submit, subdue, requires the requests of special foreign interest groups at the diminishing of sovereignty of the people of these fair islands. We now see the in-game plan, a plan that was hatched and framed and designed and developed in the foreign halls of power, a plan that was identified by the Prime Minister Norman Kirk, warned of us by that Prime Minister that something very, very rotten, very, very insidious was occurring in the core of the governmental system. But the problem is, you cannot put a band-aid on a deep, deep wound. That deep wound that I'm talking about has been the deep wound of what they consider to be the diminishing and the conquering of the authority of an indigenous people. In 1835, the chiefs of Ngāpuhi, of which I did not whakapapa to,
That's beautiful.
developed a document in partnership with Pākehā. They could see the writing on the wall that New Zealand was being eyed upon with envious eyes by the French, the Americans, and the Spanish, and that pretty soon that Māori chieftains would be confronted by international forces that would invade these fair lands. A document called He Whakaputanga was developed and signed as a proclamation of independence that didn't say that they were independent of anything, because they weren't dependent on anything. They weren't becoming independent of anything. They were and are independent. This here Whakaputanga Declaration of Independence 1835 was framed and accepted by King George, ratified also with King William, accepted by Queen Victoria, whether she liked it or not. And what happened is that the 1840 Te Treaty document that was signed under the auspices of the mana and the integrity and the spirit of this 1835 Declaration of Independence. Let me read some of it to you. Ko mātou, ko nā tēnā rangatira o nā iwi o New Tyranny, we the hereditary chiefs of the Māori nation of New Zealand, I raro mai o Hauraki, north of Hauraki. Kua oti nei te hui hui I Waitangi I Tokerau 28th of October 1835, having passed a resolution of the assembled Congress at Waitangi Northland on the 28th of October 1835. Ka wakaputa e te rangatiratanga o te mātou whenua, thereat proclaiming sovereign authority over all our land. Aka miatia, ka wakaputaia e mātou he whenua rangatira, and thereafter we proclaim that estate be in a state of peace. Beautiful statement. Kia huaina ko te wakaminanga o ngā hapu o New Tyranny to be named be the Assembled Congress of the Tribes of New Zealand. These articles identify the people, the estate and the Legislative Assembly. Ko te tuarua, the second article. Ko te kingitanga, ko te mana e te whenua o te wakaminanga o New Tyranny. That sovereignty is the authority of the lands of the General Assembly of New Zealand. That sovereignty, the sovereignty of the chiefs. Ka miatia nei ki nā tino rangatiratanga anake e te mātou huihuinga. Thereat, that sovereign authority will reside solely with the hereditary chief rangatira, resolved in assembled Congress. A ka mea hoki e kore e te kua e mātou te wakarite ture ki te tahi hunga ki atu. Thereafter, be it also resolved never to let the creation of any legislation, laws by foreigners, a collective statement on prohibiting laws implemented by foreigners. Me te tahi ka wanatanga hoki kia miatia e te whenua o te wakaminenga o New Tyranny, nor any other government be established on any estate of the General Assembly of New Zealand. Ko nā tangata ana ki e miatia nei e mātou e wakarite ana ki te ritinga o mātou ture. That only persons elected, nominated by us, and are fully conversant with the custom and practice of our laws. E miatia nei e mātou e tō mātou huihuinga. These we have resolved in assembled Congress. This section gives the status of the estate and the process to the election of an executive governing group. Ko te tuarua, the third article, ko mātou ko nā tino rangatiratanga ka mea nei. We, the hereditary chiefs, rangatira, collectively agree kia huihui ki te urunanga ki Waitangi a te nāhuru e tēnei tau, to meet in Runanga Congress at Waitangi in the autumn of each year. That 28th of October is what the Māori Battalion was named after, in case you didn't know. Ki te wakarite ture, to create laws for, kia tika ai te wakawanga, the administration of justice, kia maupu te rongo, peace and security. Kia motu te he, the end to lawlessness, kia tika te hoko, fair trade and commerce. A ka mea hoki ki nā tauiwi oronga, an invitation is offered to all the southern tribes, that's my lot. Kia wakareria te wāwai, to leave aside all disputes. Kia mahara ake te wakaoranga o te mātou whenua, to bear in mind a state of well-being now exists over our estate. A kia uru rātou ki te wakaminenga o New Tyranny, so as they become a part of the General Assembly of New Zealand, and this General Assembly of the Tribes of New Zealand, this identifies that a judicial process and membership to collective assembly ko tahitanga in unity. Ko te tuawha, the fourth and final article. Ka mea mātou kia tuhia he puka. We collectively agree that a document be written ki te ritinga o tēnei i tō mātou wakaputanga nei of the circumstance of this emergent sovereign nation ki te kingi o Engnarangi to the King of England. He kawe atu i tō mātou aroha nano hoki e wakai ki te kara mō mātou, to offer our sincere thanks for his, the King's, recognition of our sovereign colours, the kara. Important, listen to this. Anō te mea ka atawai mātou, ka tiake e ngā Pākehā. That we, Māori, will foster and watch over our Pākehā whānau in protection. E noho nei, e ota, e rere mai ana ki te hoko, and those that settle on our shores and those who come to trade We will look after you. Koia, ka mea e ai mātou ki te kingi ki a waihoa hei matua ki a mātou. Conversely, we ask that the King remain as a guardian to us in our collective capacity. E tō mātou tamarikitanga kei wakaka kōritia tō mātou rangatiratanga in developing our statehood against all who wish to deny us our sovereign authority. And the authority that we entered into this relationship with is the monarchy of the United Kingdom. Not the 1934, 1933, 1986 foreign corporation registered as a corporate in the Securities Commission of the United States. This is a fake crown.
Yes!
When I took my oath and I joined the New Zealand Army, when I joined the New Zealand Police, it was to the Queenie of England, not to Queen Jacinda Ardern and this fake corporation. No!
Woo-hoo!
In my fight, and it is a fight that I've been involved in the last year, I've learned the hard lesson of what it takes and costs to stand, to speak up against a communist, fake government, a fake crown, Her Majesty the Queen and Right of New Zealand. This is not the United Kingdom monarchy that we have the partnership with. This is an imposter.
Woo! Hear, hear!
In all of the solutions I've looked at, potential pathways to protect all races and people who live in our land, Aotearoa, New Zealand, this is the only lawful, legal, internationally recognised document that can silver bullet end and suspend this tyrannical communist government.
Woo! Woo, woo, woo! Yes!
I am a Christian man. I identify myself as a man. I'm not a they, I'm not a them. I am a human being, male, man, Christian man, husband, grandfather, father. And I stand here as a descendant of a hereditary chief, ko Tānei Tinarai Opataia of Ngāti Maniapoto. I stand as a direct descendant of a chief, saying that this document is our pathway to defend us all, and we need everyone to come in behind it.
Yes! Woohoo!
There is a plan so enormous that it led Henry Ford in the 1930s to say that there was a plan that he had observed being implemented in the United States that was so complete, so thorough and terrifying that big men of business daily speak about it above their breaths. In the 1860s, Abraham Lincoln, the President Abraham Lincoln, identified a plan so insidious that was going to destroy Republican America and Protestant America. Make no bones about it, and I say this with all sincerity, knowing that my family are a part of this. It's never about the people, it's about the system. The papal system, the Vatican system, is behind the United Nations, it is behind the World Economic Forum, the international climate change scam, and everything that we see in front of us today. And what is happening is that apostate Christianity is working with these powers that be, and it does not matter whether you talk about Freemasons, Bilderbergers, whether you talk about Club of Rome, they are all birds all wings of the same bird. And I want to say this to you very clearly, that when we talk about this being a spiritual battle, make no mistake, this is what we are dealing with. Make no mistake. But the decision you have to make, whānau, will you stand for the right?
Yes!